person who is close to CXO role. He was one of my mentees, and it was very hard for him to say no. And that invited a lot of problems in his life. Being a perfectionist in relationship, in money management, in physical health, physical appearance, self-confidence, etc., issues related to all that. And drilling down, the solution for that person was to say no. But it was so hard, right? Saying no is not easy, especially to our loved ones, the ones who are very close to us. It's very hard to say no to them. So today I'm going to talk more about the necessity to say no. In this era, it's 2024, and we all are living a busy life. A lot of therapists, coaches, and mentors, they are like on the go in Instagram, putting out a lot of content, free content. Well, people have got to say yes only to the very efficient, high quality lessons, because everything is available in the YouTube for free. But why do we need high quality? Because it'll save your time, energy, and money, and a lot of painful trial and errors, right? There are a lot of self-help books, but we gotta say yes only to what's meant for you, what's aligned to you. So I have had a lot of people in my life since my childhood. I have seen, even I myself have been a person who cannot say no. And I often say that everything starts from within, from self. And even saying no can start from within. We say yes to a lot of low priority things. How often have you felt that you have a high priority task and you are doing everything else other than that task? So if it is hard for you to say no to the misalignments to yourself, then it's going to be pretty hard to say no to others externally. So, but why people are not able to say no? Because some of them are people pleasers or other man-made labels similar to that. Basically, there is a lack of trust in themselves and life. So, people set alarm to wake up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Do we say yes to that? Or do we say no to that? Or do you say yes to snoozing? So that's how, habits build. How you do one thing is also how you do everything else in your life. And it's very essential to be so consciously aware of what you are saying yes to. And a lot of things, even in our body, right? There's nature calling, the urge to pee, poop, burp, what else? And we say no to them sometimes in an office meeting, or sometimes you have to control. There are even cases where people try to control their vomit and end up in ICU or even cemetery. So it's very important to learn to say no to what is not aligned for you in all areas of your life. There are many areas in our life, like finances, business or career, friends and family, love life, physical health, mental health, spiritual or personal development, to the physical environment you live in. So there is a lot of areas in our life, and we need to prioritize our important area of our life and say yes only to the high priority things that's gonna help you take you towards your dream life, where people want to feel, like when I ask people what do you want, they say I want to be happy, I want that bungalow, this bungalow, I want to live in a very calm and rich in nature environment. I want to do what I love to do. I want to feel fulfilled at the end of the day. I want to have that fulfillment of work satisfaction. I want to travel. I want to travel the world. I want to go to Thailand. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Japan. There are lots and lots of dreams. And people, why they are not able to say yes to those dreams? Because they are not able to say no to the commitments they are trapped with. So, how to overcome all that? It takes a lot of practice of bravery. Let me tell you again and again and again how many times I have told in a lot of my videos. Bravery is the foundational skill, even more than confidence, even more than anything else. It all starts with bravery. Bravery is like the root of better life. So I'm reading a comment. Not able to concentrate on anything. What else you are saying yes to? You are saying you could be saying yes to scrolling. You are saying yes to the notifications. You can turn it all off. In my phone, I have 0 notifications. 0. I decide what app I'm going to use. I decide whose message I'm going to see. I decide what am I going to do with my phone. I'm not lost in looking at my hand, right? So see, like, be very careful, like with little things. It can be like so subtle, but it can actually create a very big impact. So we need to take responsibility of our desires and dreams and say yes to bravery every single time, choosing faith over fear, and to fulfill our life mission and purpose here, taking responsibility for that. It might seem so hard. What if I fail? What if the outcome that I want is not happening? Or what if that person thinks of me in some other ways? What if I'm like not so great? Or what if I'm not skilled? What if I'm not skilled like other people? What if that person thinks less of me, etc., etc., etc.? A lot of fears stop us. However, we need to do our responsibilities, right? We need to give the input, at least let the outcome be whatever it may be. At least when we try, we won't regret. Deathbed regrets are crazy. People say I could have lived to the fullest. People say I could have traveled. I could have said I love you to the one I loved. I could have said yes to my dreams. I could have said no to scrolling. People are saying this. So there is like a private session I take with my mentees on training them to say yes to what's the high priority and saying no to the low priorities. I have even read some trainings where like a person is asked to write like 100 dreams, 100 things they want to do in their life, and they are asked to pick top 3 and say no to everything else, literally. So that's crazy. I have not experimented it yet, but what we give importance to, our focus or energy to, is very important. It's easy to get away from the flow towards what's right and follow the crowd. However, we need to do what's important, and it takes practice of bravery, responsibility for our own life, for our own choices, right? We need to remember that my life choices are the results of my decisions. My life results are based on my life choices. So you have got to allow yourself, right? People did sometimes people postpone making the decisions. Postpone, like, I'm having this job offer. I don't know what to say yes to or no to. I'm not gonna do anything about it. Well, not making a decision is also a decision, right? We need not be something like, controlled by the flow of life completely. Sometimes it's like some kind of feather on the sky, which is like so light, and it keeps flying according to the air in the environment. We need not be like that. The divine who created the world, who has created the changes in the world, is also there in us. That divine spark can create changes. So take responsibility, take action, even small actions. Start small, start easy. I'm like switching on a live and sharing my knowledge that I have gathered. It has taken a lot of bravery, practice of being okay with, whatever people think of me. It took me a lot of practice, and it's all absolutely worth it because I'm on the right track. And yeah, people need to take risk to say no, because the fear of uncertainty is crazy. It stops people from expanding their comfort zone, right? Well, it's so much better. It feels so much better to co-create the life that you want, rather than being a victim or like the feather in the air controlled by the flow of the wind. We have some control. We have some control. We have some power. And the more we tap into it, slowly, steadily, over the time, we realize our power. When we realize it, we will realize, like, wow, we have the divine power in us to create the life of our dreams. That's amazing. That's great. I'm reading the comment. True. Thank you. If you have any questions, please type here. If you have any other questions, even after watching this, feel free to DM. I'm here to serve. I love answering questions when it comes to personal growth. I don't know where I get the energy from. It's amazing. And we're also on a clock here. So I'll tell you one hack that can help you to say yes or no a little bit more mindfully. Okay, please realize that personal growth is a lifelong journey. If you learn for one day and you can stick to that lesson for 6 months, it's not going to work, because you're going to grow as a person. Your challenges are going to grow. So your lessons also has to grow. Your decision making, the level of thinking and acting, it all keeps on growing. So it's not like learning one day and letting go of personal growth lessons. How we feed our body with food every single day to nourish it, we need to feed our mind every single day with a lot of positivity, lessons, reminders to be on track with who we really are. And that's really, really important. So the hack: take a pause before you make a decision. Ask for time. Sometimes, people trick with some psychological factors, like you have to say yes or no, or they ask questions like, if you had done this, would you have done this or this? People try to create scenarios, especially in corporate. I have seen this a lot. So we have got to be careful, like, what do I ideally want in this situation to happen? We always have to bring back the focus to that. What do I ideally want in this situation to happen? That is how we protect ourselves from getting manipulated, cheated, betrayed, etc., etc., etc. And when you know that, you will be able to say yes or no better. And if you're not sure about it, you can ask for time. You can ask for time. If you cannot just take a pause and say yes or no right away, that's the hack. If that cannot be done, then you can ask for time, like, can I respond back in an hour or 2 hours or 2 days or 2 weeks, whatever it is for you. Take brave action. Clarity comes from doing. If we keep sitting and thinking, A to B, B to C, D, F, life goes and we don't live to the fullest. We are here to live, learn, understand, and love all. And if we shout on that, we are missing out on our purpose. We are here to help each other. We are each other's savior. We are all like so precious. Each and every one of us having beautiful dreams and talents so hidden inside, losing ourselves, following the crowd. Learn to say no. And if you have any more questions, doubts, what's that keeping you so awake at night? I'm pretty sure you're saying yes to what's not meant for you. If you're stressed, I can help you. I have helped myself. I have helped a lot of my mentees who are having growth in their self-confidence, self-esteem. They have a lot of inner peace. They sleep well. They eat well. They attract right people into their life. Fall in love, get married to the right person, and have good habits that are long-lasting, etc., etc. Feel free to check out the link in my bio to schedule a call with me. We can jump on a Zoom call and talk in a free one-on-one clarity call. There's also a testimonial link. Please go through that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Practice bravery with me. You can ask me questions. Okay? So go for a quick pause. If you are in a decision-making moment, should I snooze my alarm or not? Should I go back to sleep or not? Pause. Why am I here? What is the ideal situation I want here? And say yes to what you ideally want or towards what you ideally want. Okay? I really feel like saying more, but the long videos, it cannot be seen by a lot of people because, if it's too long, it's not so lucrative. I think that's the right word. Like reels, people scroll a lot. So I think, less is more. For today, see you. Peace.